Wow, that is Mama Africa, Her Excellency Ambassador Dr. Arikana sharing his views on agriculture, how agriculture can help Africa in development and can support industrialization and can make millionaire and billionaire in the continent of Africa. Dear lovely family, a mother is always a mother. A mother always care her children. A few months ago, I was in Lolo area where I visited my homeland. When I was sitting somewhere, I was shocked when I saw a chicken feeding its chicks. One thing's come to my mind that this chicken, it doesn't wait anyone to feed its chicks. It takes its responsibility to feed its chicks. And I recognize that we Africans also, we need to take our own responsibilities to make sure that we do things that is going to support and to help Africans and also to help our coming generation. Just imagine a chicken can feed its chicks without waiting anybody to feed its chicks. So even Africans, we need to take our own responsibilities to feed ourselves. We have been lamented after Trump cutting aid, that Trump want Africans to die. But how? You have horrible land, like the way Mama Arikana has said. You have water, you have all kind of weather, you have fertile land. What do you want? Do you want Americans to grow food, to harvest those food, to packing and travel those food and send to you, and you are waiting to consume only? I think I support Trump for the action he's taken to cut aid to Africa. So this will help Africa to wake up, because we cannot sit here in the continent of Africa and wait Americans to grow food, to pack those food, to send to us, and we are waiting to consume. If the chicken can feed its chicks, why don't we Africans feed ourselves? Why don't we create a better future for our coming generation? I think the time has come for we Africans to understand that no one who is outside there who will come and help us. So Trump and America has been making Africans lazy. We are so lazy because of this aid. So we need Africans to take our own responsibilities. The way you have seen in this chicken, that this chicken decided to take its responsibility to feed its chicks. I hope even Africans, we need to do the same. Dear lovely family, friends, fellow Africans, I visited my farm, maize farm, in rural areas, and hear what I was shared to my fellow Africans. So listen what I said in this video. Of course, it's the previous video, but I shared when I was in my maize farm in my homeland. Listen. Hello, greetings all of you, dear lovely family, friends, fellow Africans. I'm speaking from our maize farm here. I'm here to see the progress of our farm, and of course to see the products of our farm maize growing up. And of course we are trying to fulfill our dream of making sure that Africa must feed herself. We want Africa to feed herself, because we know those who feed us always control us. We don't want to be controlled by others. I've seen leaders encouraging, and some of them enhancing and supporting farmers. For instance, in Burkina Faso, have been sharing many videos about Captain Traore, and among of those videos is the videos of agricultural equipments bought by this young leader, distributing to farmers, encouraging farmers, supporting farmers, and building capacities to farmers to make sure that they are going to produce enough food to feed themselves and to feed the people of Burkina Faso. Also have seen President of Kenya, President William Samoei Ruto, doing the same thing. Have seen Ruto in farm. Of course, one thing that I was very interested with is when I see President Ruto with tomatoes. see now that leaders are starting to follow the same steps. Of course, let us listen a little bit from President Ruto. You can understand how Traore is transforming other leaders. Despite they are not talking openly, but they have been inspired by Captain Ibrahim Traore. Let us now listen a little bit from President William Samoei Ruto. You can understand what I'm saying.
I want to encourage farmers across Kenya, whether they are tea farmers, coffee farmers, sugarcane farmers, maize farmers like myself, wheat farmers like myself, that this is an exercise in nation building. And all of us must put in our best. And I want to assure them that the government of Kenya will be right there behind them. We have subsidized fertilizers for all the crops. And I want even to tell the coffee farmers that we just concluded procurement, and all coffee farmers will now get subsidized fertilizers. We've even added onto the subsidy program, we have added subsidizing of chemicals from next season so that we can enhance productivity and encourage more farmers to produce, because it is my intention to take coffee farming to the same level as tea farming in terms of earnings for the planted commercial maize, but we are also now planting seed maize. So when you're planting seed maize, you plant 6 rows of what becomes female, and then 2 rows of male, 6 rows of female, 2 rows of male, so that you avoid self-pollination. Instead, you use cross-pollination. So the males fertilize the females, and that is how you end up with a good quality seed. That one is planting male. This is planting female. This one is planting male. This one is planting female. So you have 6 rows. You have 6 rows of female being planted by this planter. You have 2 rows of male being planted by that other planter. So they move in concert, so that you don't miss the rhythm.
Yes, that is Mr. Ruto encouraging farmers to produce more food, wheats, to produce maize and other stuff like that. So this is an inspiration from young leader of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Now Burkina Faso is feeding herself. It is possible. So Kenya has taken the same steps to encourage farmers. But what we want is to support young farmers, young entrepreneurs. We want our leaders, our presidents, to support our young farmers, to encourage young people to see farming like other work, like other professionals. Because, you know, in Africa, farming is not a job, or is not a professional thing that people are doing. Farming is done by old men and women, and the people who have failed everything are those who are going to farm. But let us now transform our farming, our agriculture into businesses. We want young people to participate in farming, to participate in food production, to make sure that we can produce our own food, we can feed ourselves. This is the big industry where we can make a lot of money. I've seen those who have been feeding us making a lot of money, but this time we want Africans to make sure that we feed ourselves, we make a lot of money. We can produce our own food, we can feed ourselves the way other countries are doing. So for how long we can depend on China, on America, on Russia for everything? Russia has supplied wheat to African countries. America has supplied maize and the oil to African countries. We have seen even Ukraine, despite Ukraine is at war with Russia, but supplied food to African countries. While we Africans, we are not at war, we are not at, we have good weather like this, our soil is so productive, but we are still being fed by a small country like Ukraine. So that's why we congratulate our leaders such as Captain Ibrahim Traore for encouraging young people to participate in agriculture, to make sure that they are going to feed themselves. Dear lovely family, friends, as you heard from President Ruto, I think other African leaders must see that agriculture is a job like other jobs. Agro-businesses, we need Africans to participate in this sector because we have potentials, we have areas where we can conduct those stuffs. If you look around, you see Africa is very, very potential. Just imagine if can grow like this. It means the land is so fertile. You see, the grasses are growing like this. So it is so conducive to conduct agriculture. So my dear lovely family, friends, so I'm trying to share this video for you to see that Africa has a lot of opportunities. If you talk about mining, opportunities are there. If you talk about agriculture, is what I'm talking here. If you talk about businesses, the population of Africa by the year 2050 will be almost 1.7 billion people. So it is a market enough, and those all people need to eat. They need food. So I think we need to be prepared to do businesses and to make money. We don't need America, we don't need Europe, we don't need China, we don't need anyone. If we can work together, if we can come together, we are the market. We are so many, we can buy from ourselves, we can do business among ourselves, and that's what we need to insist. And we call our leaders to find the way how they can bring people together, because sometimes we are talking about working together, but we don't see initiative made by our leaders to make sure that we are going to work together. So dear lovely family, up to that, let me say thank you. Have a nice time. See you next time. Bye bye.
Yes, those are just a few words that I spoken when I was in my farm there, and of course I tried to share many things, and of course the aim is to energize ourselves and to make sure that we Africans, we can produce enough food. You know, we are talking about industrialization, we are talking about technologies, we are talking about businesses, but we cannot do all of those things if we are so hungry. So first of all, we need to have a food on the table. We need to make sure that we can feed ourselves. Then we can do other stuffs, because anyone who is so angry, he cannot listen anything. So even though we can have technologies, we can have maybe businesses, but if we are not, if we don't have food, I think it is nothing, because at the end of the day, we need to eat in order to survive, to live. So let us first of all make sure that we feed ourselves. The countries in Africa are still struggling with shortage of food, but who will come and fill that gap? It's we Africans. If you look the land, if you look the areas are there, Africans, we are lazy. We are waiting Americans to grow food, to send to us and to feed us. I think the time has come and those era has ended. We must now decide for our better future. Dear lovely family, friends, up to that, let me say thank you. Have a nice time. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make African great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.